This is Shut the Fuck Up, WSTFU, and I'm showing you some of the bizarreness that I live with. This is what I call the blue dot of death. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I'm starting to I hate to say this, but be able to trace gun violence to this dot. I don't think you'll find a lot of these on maps. I would explain what it is, but even if you believe me, no one will do fucking anything about it. So whatever. I think I already showed you. This is totally either what went on before a tornado hit in, I don't know what year it was, because it was either before I was born or I was a baby, and I'm not from Arkansas. Well, I'm from Arkansas. I was born here, but I can't find a lot of history on what happened. But one of the odd things is my grandmother was the property tax person in this town. So she told me some stuff about, you know, the property lines and such as that. And what we're looking at now is, I'll show you. This is the house here with no grass visible. Dated 2018. Dated 2018, because a lot of times these maps are dated with a date that the satellite image was taken. And I'm going to tell you right now that I feel like I'm in 2015, but I'm not. It is on the date. The clock here is, the date says 2/3/2018, but I will tell you where I was in 2015. Even though this map says that it was scanned in 2018, I was right back here. That's a little trailer called the Nomad, and I was in this area of the yard, and I overheard some radio signal coming from somewhere. I couldn't identify the source. But this is really, really unusual for me, because I'm very much of a science person. So science, you know, just regular science, the kind that people, it's called science. So anyway, to me, I heard a radio signal that seemed to be, I can't explain this, and this isn't like a little movie or a fiction, I guess. I mean, maybe I'm setting up like another Blair Witch project, but that's not really what I'm doing here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, except for documenting some really unusual things. And I guess, you know, scientifically, I would say I think that, you know, radiation in the air can really affect, you know, can warp things. It can warp time and space. I know that's hard to believe if you don't understand fucking science, but anyway, that's kind of my deal. So anyway, what we have there, this long thing here, is the Nomad, where I lived in 2015, even though this is dated 2018, and I was back here in the yard in the summer of 2015, and this radio broadcast seemed to be both from the future and from the past. I heard a newscast that said that Stevie Nicks had been dead for quite some time, and they weren't being hateful or rude. It was very bizarre, and I kept thinking in my mind, no, she's not, no, she's not. And I happen to know she's not going to be dying for quite some time. But for some reason, at that time, just the way the things were, that broadcast came through. And at the same time, I heard an old-timey radio talking about the death of Mabel Normand at the Nomad, at the Nomad trailer in the backyard. And this address here, this 598, I'm not sure what's going on there, because according to the map, or according to property. Change here. Well, oh, there's... The reason I did this is because I got a Siskiyou County, California came up here on this map tonight, and this is not California, this is Arkansas, but I get a lot of stuff like this. So this is 515 South Coker Street. Yeah, that's the barn. That's behind the barn. The house, that's right about where the barn is. This is the house, and wow. Okay, so you can see this. There's the Nomad trailer. And then you have to pull this way. Here's the house that I live in. I live in a part of the house that I'm beginning to wonder if it hadn't been part of a structure before the tornado, which I don't know that much about. But back here at 515 South Coker Street, where that's the address of this house. Now that's not normal for this street that I live on, because this person's address is in the right place. And then here's gum that I talk about kind of a lot sometimes. And then down here at 615 South Coker Street, we have let's see, I'm going to show you this because it's a little bit bizarre, in my opinion. Okay, we have 615. And then we have 666 at the same driveway area. And I'm not even going to tell you what I heard about that one, because it's pretty gosh darn strange. But this is my street as I move up here. And these maps were from 2018 as well. And there's Gum, which is a little cross street there that I walk down. Have some neighbors there that sometimes tune into the same radio broadcasts that I do. However, we don't broadcast on the radio intentionally. We have to hear a lot of it, which is a drag, but we don't broadcast intentionally. So here you have the Normand, the place where I heard the radio broadcast about Mabel Normand and Stevie Nicks, the singer, internationally known singer who also sings in Fleetwood Mac. And then it was a real weird thing. Like, I had just gotten back from Little Rock after a rather unusual and painful stay in Little Rock. So that's just kind of what's going on here. Yeah, the maps are kind of crazy. Okay, out.